dream, still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner.
Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in England. California. It's week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Newton on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Taken down at the 40.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed. First down, here's White. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Patriots.
Running out of the gun with White. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They're trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
2 yards to go.
The shot. snap for Newton. He's got the hook up to Lee. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the draw, here's White. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there.
Another big play there by Aaron Donald, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 2017 and 18. We know he can rush the passer. He's also dominant in the run game. The quickness for a man his size often defeats the offensive lineman trying to block him.
They wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Miami Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they have 3 first downs and 3 points.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. A look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 12 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Rams, nothing.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the 50, it's gone. They go screen. This is Ingram. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not. Before he takes it inside the 40.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they send a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now Goff on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jared Goff.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down and 4, Goff. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have taken the lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run the draw play. This is White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. He'll He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gay knocks this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cam Newton and the Patriots set to go again on offense.
He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
To throw again. Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A shotgun snap for Goff.
He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 4 at the Patriots.
Goff now looking to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
He'll drop this down to Coleman.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
Throwing again is Goff. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams add on to their lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10, Newton again. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So back-to-back Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So we reach, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now 3rd and 8.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Patriots take over. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. The drive starts with a run by White. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And Josh Hill has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, and it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, for as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they...
Now that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Josh Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Ingram. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Goff. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back now here on EA. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This is Coleman. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Coleman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Coleman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Ingram.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Goff now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 5-yard line.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton gets this one to Hill. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards.
And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation, because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Coleman now. Dante Hightower on the stop. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So the L.A.